Good morning, children. Sai Ram. Today we are going to continue with EVS 1, lesson number 4, water safe for drinking. We are seeing what are the various ways of obtaining clean and safe drinking water. So what we are going to watch in today's video, we are going to watch how can we obtain clean and transparent water which can be suitable for drinking purpose also. Yes or no? See, we always take care when we drink water, the drinking water should always be clean. Your mother either boils the water and she gives you, or otherwise she filters the water and she gives you, because filtering and boiling are the two best methods of obtaining clean drinking water. But we are going to watch, apart from filtering and boiling, what are the other ways of obtaining clean and transparent water. Is that clear? So let us start the video. And what do we do before we start the video? We learn the new words. So are you ready? Okay, listen to me carefully. Here comes the new words. See the first one. Microorganisms. Microorganisms. Now microorganisms are small, very tiny living things, okay, and they cannot be seen with our eyes. You need a microscope to look at the microorganisms. So microorganisms, let me tell you, are of two types: good microorganisms and harmful, that is bad microorganisms. Good microorganisms are good for our body, but harmful microorganisms, if they enter our body, they make us ill. Okay, we may fall ill, we may get some disease, and we may fall sick. So good microorganisms are good for the body and harmful microorganisms are bad for the body. Is that clear? So what are microorganisms? Microorganisms are very tiny living things which cannot be seen with the eyes. You have to use a microscope to look at the microorganisms. Is that clear? We are going to study more about microorganisms later, but do you know what are microorganisms? A tiny kind of, you can say, a germ or a worm type, but those help our body. The good microorganisms helps our body. The harmful microorganisms make us fall ill. Okay, see the second one, alum. Alum is a kind of a substance. It is a thing which is used to obtain clean water. When you put alum in the dirty water, when you mix that alum in the dirty water, the dirt separates from that water, and the water which we get, you can use it for various purpose, not for drinking. Okay, not for drinking. Next one, turbid. Turbid again means dirty water. The water which is mixed with mud and everything, that is dirty water. In short, turbid means dirty water. Fourth one, sediments. Sediments. Sediments are those particles which are mixed in the water. Okay, it can be mud, it can be leaves, it can be anything which has mixed in the water. Those are called sediments. And sediments means the particles which settle down under the water are called sediments. Okay, the particles which settle down in the container, that is called sediments. See the fifth one, water. Potable water. Now potable water means water which is safe and healthy for drinking is called potable water. Water which does not harm us. When we drink that water, it is very clean and it is healthy and safe to drink. That is called as potable water, means safe drinking water. In short, you can say it as safe drinking water is called as potable water. Is that clear? Now do you know all the new words? So let us start the video. First one, settling. Now settling is a method of obtaining clean and transparent water. This water, after the settling, when you do the settling method, you cannot use the water for drinking. Okay, you can try it, but you cannot use the water for drinking. You can use it for various purpose. You can use it for plants, you can use it for cleaning the floor or for cleaning the windows and doors, but you cannot use that water for drinking. Okay, see that. What is exactly settling? The process of allowing the heavy particles to settle down at the bottom of the container is called settling. Yes, when you mix something in the water, suppose dirty water, muddy water you have taken, and when you allow that water without, you don't have to touch that water, you don't have to mix that water, you allow that water sometime without touching that water, you allow that water to rest for some time. What happens after some time is the mud particles or the soil particles slowly gets settled under the water that is in the container. They get settled down after some time, and you can see that soil or that mud has settled down in that container, and up you can see water. That is called as settling. What is that called? Settling. You do not have to touch that water, you do not have to mix that water, you have to just keep the glass of water, that muddy glass of water, and allow the soil particles or the mud to settle down in the glass, and after a while you can see what, you can see the soil particles or the mud has settled down. That is called settling. Means what are you doing? You are settling, you are allowing the mud or the dust particles to settle down. Is that clear? Now here comes potable water. As I explained you, water that does not endanger our health in any way when we drink. Is that clear? Endanger means it does not harm our health. It is not bad for our health. The water which we drink is clean and is hygienic and is safe for drinking. That is called as potable water. The water which we drink in the house is potable water because we either boil the water or we filter the water and then we drink it. That is why it does not harm us. It does not harm our body. We are safe. So what are we drinking in the house? We are drinking safe, clean water. And what is safe, clean water? Known as potable water. What it is known as? Potable water. Is that clear? Now see, there are three methods to make the water transparent and clean. Now the methods which you can see here, see settling, swirling alum. First one is settling, okay. Second one is swirling alum, and third one is filtration, okay. Now filtration, the third one which you can see, that water which you get after filtration, you can use it for drinking purpose. But the first two, that is settling and swirling alum, second one, you cannot use it for drinking purpose. Okay, see how, what is settling. First we will see what is settling. What is settling? Muddy turbid water. Muddy means the soil, the one which has the water which is mixed with mud. Turbid means dirty water. Okay, muddy turbid water can be left undisturbed for some time. As I told you, take a glass of water, okay, mix some mud in it or soil. Okay, now you will not get mud and soil. If you have plants in your house, you can use that mud, little bit of mud, and then you can mix in the, mix means you just put it in the glass of water. You don't mix it, you don't do anything. What will happen after some time? See, can be left undisturbed. Undisturbed means don't touch that water, don't mix that water, don't do anything with that water, just keep it in the glass as it is. And after some time, what will happen? The sediments or the soil particles will settle down in the glass. Okay, at the bottom it will settle down. So it is written here, this makes the sediment settle down at the bottom of the container, and that is called as settling. Okay, so are you clear what is settling? When you leave the water undisturbed for some time without mixing it, without touching it, after a while, what you will see that the particles or the mud which was in the water has settled in the bottom of the container or the glass, and that is called as Settling. What is that called as? Settling. Is that clear? Now we'll see the next one. Swirling alum. Now alum is a substance which you get in shops. It is used for cleaning water, okay, but that swirling, when you mix alum in that water, you cannot use that water for drinking. Again, I'm reminding you, the water in which you have swirled alum, that water you cannot use for drinking. It can be used for other purposes rather drinking purpose. It cannot be used for drinking, okay. See, if a piece of alum is swirled means if it is mixed through the muddy water, again a glass of muddy water and one small piece of alum, if you mix in that water, the floating particles settle down. Here what happens, the mud or the particles or whatever dust particles are there in the water, it settles down. This makes water transparent, and the water which you get after swirling alum, that the water becomes clean from the mud, but it cannot be used for drinking. I am reminding you again and again. As I told you before only, there are 3 methods of obtaining clean and transparent water, but not potable water. Am I very clear now? There are 3 methods of obtaining clean and transparent water. First one was settling, second is what we are seeing now, swirling alum, and third is filtration. So the first two methods cannot, the water which is obtained from first two methods cannot be used for drinking, because though the water looks clean, it still might have germs or other particles in it which we cannot see with our eyes. For that, what we will need a microscope to look into it. So there may be still, if even if the water looks clean and transparent, that water cannot be used for drinking. I'm making it clear again and again, because if you try it at home, you'll drink that water. Don't do that mistake. Is that clear? So am I very clear? Potable water, I'm not talking about potable water, I'm just talking about clean and transparent water. So clean, though the water looks clean and transparent, see, the water which we get from the taps in our house is also clean water. When you fill it in a glass, you can see there is no dust, no mud, but that is not clean actually, because there may be still some germs inside it. That is why what we do, for drinking purpose, we boil that water or we filter that water and then we drink it. We do not directly drink from the taps of the house. Do we do that? No, we don't do that. Is that clear? So though the water looks clean and transparent, it may not be safe for drinking. Okay. So swirling alum, understood this part? Swirling alum just makes the water clean and transparent, but it does not make the water safe for drinking. Okay. And the third one is filtration. Filtering the water through 4 layers of fine cloth by removing the sediments from water is called filtration. Okay. Now filtration water, you can boil the water which you have got through filtration and you can drink it. Okay. But filtering, how does the filtering takes place? See, in your house, you can see your mother, for the taps in your houses, she must have tied a cloth around that tap. Why has she done so? Because to obtain clean water. Okay, she will not give that water directly for you to drink. She will boil that water, or she will filter that water, and then she will give it to you for drinking purpose. You may use it for drinking purpose. But what is filtration? You can see it now also. You can go to the taps and you can see that mother has tied some cloth for the tap of the for the mouth of the tap, and then the water which comes out, what happens if the dust and dirt and some mud or soil is there, it settles in the cloth. Okay, it does not come out from the cloth, it gets settled inside the cloth, and then whatever comes out is little bit cleaner and transparent water. But that again, it cannot be used for drinking. You have to boil that water and then you can use it for drinking purpose. Am I very clear now? So filtration, how it takes place, you have to tie a 4 layers fine means a fine, nice, clean cloth, which is 4 layers means 4 layers means one cloth, on that the second, on that the third, and then the fourth. So one cloth is not enough, it should have how many layers? 4 layers of fine cloth, fine clean cloth. Okay, by removing the sediments, okay, from water is called filtration. Again, when you do filtration, what you have to do? You have to boil the water. As I told you before also, boiling water is the best way of obtaining clean and safe water. Boiling water is the best way of obtaining potable water. Am I clear now? Because boiling kills 99% of the germs in the water. When you boil the water properly, what happens? The germs inside the water, they die. Okay, so that water is not harmful for our body. We can safely and nicely drink that water. Is that clear? Now we will take a short recap of what we have studied in today's video. I hope you have understood it. What was the first one we studied in today's video? Methods of obtaining safe drinking water. Yes, there are 3 methods. Okay, what are they? Settling, second is swirling alum, and third is filtration. Okay, so these are the 3 methods which we have studied in today's video, and we have seen the methods, how it is being done, okay, in stages. But what we have seen today, that water we cannot use for drink, we cannot use that for drinking purpose. We can use it for cleaning floors, for washing utensils, for cleaning windows and doors, for watering the plants, but it cannot be used for drinking purpose. Okay, settling, the first method was settling. What we saw in settling, we leave the water undisturbed, means we allow the water to rest for some time, and then after a while, when you look at the glass of water, you look at the container, the mud particles or the soil particles or the dirt in the water has settled down in the glass or the container, and that is called settling. What is that called? Settling. What was the next one? Swirling alum. When you swirl alum, alum is a substance. Okay, when you swirl that alum in that dirty water, what happens? Swirling means mixing. After a while, the dirt and the muddy substances, they settle down in the water, and clean water comes up. It floats, means the clean water is coming up and the dirt and all has settled down. That is swirling alum. And next one, the last one, was filtration. How is filtration done? A 4-layer cloth is attached to the tap. Okay, and then the water which you get, what happens? Because of that 4 layers cloth, the dirt and the mud particles, the dirty things in that water, it gets trapped inside the cloth, means it gets stuck inside the cloth, it cannot come out of that cloth, and then water can easily flow from that cloth. Is yes or no? Only the dirt or the mud or whatever it is, it gets trapped, it does not come out from that cloth. And the water which we get, the rest of the water which we get, that we can use it for, we can boil that water and then we can use it for drinking purpose. Am I very clear? So again I'm saying, the 3 methods which we have seen of obtaining clean and transparent water cannot be used for drinking purpose unless and until that water has been boiled properly. Then only it can be used for drinking purpose. Otherwise it cannot be used for drinking purpose. To obtain potable water, we first have to either boil the water nicely or we have to filter the water properly. Then only we can drink that water. Am I very clear? And children, I request you all, please drink boiled water only. The water which is warm, drink that. Avoid drinking water from the refrigerator, because cold water can, they can harm our throat. You can get cold, we can get sore throat, and we can fall ill also. So avoid drinking water which is cold. Everybody in the house or your mother must be taking most care of, utmost care of giving you the best boiled water. So that utensil also, she must have filled it that water in a pot, or she must have kept it in one utensil nicely covered. So drink from that only instead of drinking from the refrigerators. Try to drink warm water every day, because boiling warm water is good for our health. Okay, so listen, I hope you will listen to me. Is that clear? And I hope you have understood today's video, what I have taught you. And let me tell you, this is not the end of the chapter. One more video will be there connected to this chapter, and then we will finish this fourth chapter. But this video, it is not the end of the chapter. I hope you have understood today's video, and thank you for listening to me carefully. Bye children, take care.